Happy New Week, everyone, and welcome back to the show. The beer of this week is the Pumpkin Spice Latte on Nitro, and this is brought to us by the good, hardworking people of Left Hand Brewing Co. This is an extremely smooth brew that has a blended combination of pumpkin spices and coffee added. It even comes with its own nitrogen cartridge in the can, which makes for an extremely cool feature. It has a Comcast rating of 3.75 out of 5 stars and an ABV of 7%. As always, please drink responsibly. Welcome to the show, everyone. Now let's get into it. Somebody tell me what the hell this is in the bottom of my son's Pepsi Nitro. Fuck is that?
We talked about that, I think, when Alec was on. Was some guy cut open his son's Pepsi Nitro can and saw the nitrogen tank in there. Little nitrogen capsule in there.
They put Pepsi on Nitro?
Yeah, Pepsi Nitro.
They're putting everything on Nitro.
And he was like, can somebody tell me what... I didn't know if he thought it was like a tracking device, but it was where the nitrogen's stored. When you crack it open, it releases the nitrogen, like they do in the Starbucks ones and like a bunch of other ones, like coffee and all kinds of shit. Is that what they do with this one?
Yeah.
Except when you open it, it releases the nitrogen.
The Starbucks ones are like a teepee shape.
Yeah, the rest of them are like K-cups.
A white. Yeah, that's
in the inside.
Yeah, it looks like a coffee pot.
But that's what the Pepsi Nitro ones were, and some dude cut it open and was like, could somebody tell me, because if you squeeze it and try to crush it, it won't squeeze. It was like, could somebody tell me what the hell this is in the bottom of my son's Pepsi Nitro?
It's a nitrogen cartridge.
Yeah, I know, but he obviously didn't fucking know.
That is the coolest thing, opening these cans of the Pumpkin Spice Latte, because once you crack it, it just...
Yeah.
It sounds like a turbo on an engine firing. And then it makes it taste so amazing.
It makes it smooth. Like you remember whenever they had in the Miller Lite cans that extra little thing that you could punch in for a smoother drinking ability? Like that. But not.
I remember that. It was a little divot, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they still have them. You just take your car key and...
I mean,
that way you can pound them faster.
You could do that anyway, regardless.
I know. I used to do it all the time whenever they didn't have it. I would just take my knife and go... and punch a hole in it.
Like a real man.
Hell yeah. That is how you get the spam out of the can. You just punch a hole in the other side.
Real men don't glug their beer. Real men chug
their beer.
Chug it smoothly.
You can't shotgun a beer, then you aren't my friend.
If you can't smooth chug a beer, you ain't a real man.
Mm-hmm. If it don't go down your throat smooth, then you're not gay.
I think the definition of real man is kind of skewed nowadays.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, and that's why there's like a big controversy when nitrogen coffee first came out. There was a big controversy, like, we can't give you.
I mean, there ain't no bubbles in it.
Well, no, they can't get. That's why Starbucks doesn't do like more than a grande, which is like 16 ounces of nitro, because it has way more caffeine. So because the nitrogen, having coffee on nitrogen extracts more caffeine from the coffee, which is why the caffeine content's higher, which is why people, they don't give it in, like, you can't get a fucking venti nitro cold brew. Or you
be like,
no, they won't give it to you.
Can I get 3 of them?
They won't give it to you because they'll have like 500 milligrams of caffeine, which like puts them in legal trouble.
I saw a video.
However, somebody can literally just go right around the drive-thru.
I saw a video of some 22-year-old kid who's like, more than 700 milligrams caffeine is my limit. Any more than that, and I'm pushing it. And I feel like I'm going to have a heart attack. And I'm like, well, you're only supposed to have 400.
Yeah, a day.
Yeah.
Max. Well, I used to work with a guy, he would actually like be close to a gram. But he also had like a
gram of Coke?
No, a gram of caffeine.
A gram?
A gram of caffeine, 1,000 milligrams.
You mean a grand?
No, a gram.
Huh?
1 gram.
1 gram. If I took pure caffeine and weighed it, it'd be 1 gram.
No, yeah, technically.
Huh?
Caffeine's in milligrams.
Yeah.
1 gram is 1,000 milligrams. So he had... That's over double. That's 2.5 times the limit.
Because when I hear milligrams, I think 9 digits, not...
It's in thousands.
You're in thousands.
Same reason. Milligrams is like a food unit of measure. Kilograms is a weight unit of measure. So 1 gram versus kilograms of weight is 1,000 kilograms.
Stuff can be weighed in grams.
No, milligrams as a food nutrition fact is like milligrams of whatever this is.
You can weigh food in kilograms.
Like 25 grams of protein is 25,000 milligrams.
Everybody but the U.S. weighs themselves in kilograms.
That's a weight, though, not a substance inside of food.
Besides the horsey countries, because they weigh it in stones. How many stones are you? When 1 stone is like 34 pounds.
Like 500 milligrams of caffeine is 1/2 gram of caffeine.
Okay.
It's just 1,000.
Why didn't you just say 1,000 instead of?
I said
he had 1 gram. Or he had
1,000.
What'd you say? He would take a gram of caffeine a day.
That's what he said. Like he had a drawer.
You know how much I have? 1 gram.
He doesn't do it anymore because I think he has like a sleep condition to where he can't sleep very well.
I wonder why.
Well, when you have sleep apnea or like a sleep disorder, you're better off just staying awake than trying to go to sleep because you're just.
That's not true.
Well, because they're so tired, you have to be able to function.
Get a CPAP like everybody else.
The dude would have a drawer full of like a 12-pack box of Monster in his desk, and that was like, every week, like he would bring in a new one because he was drinking up like 1,000 milligrams of caffeine today just to stay awake.
I just think it's funny if he brings his own little baggie and it's just a bunch of white powder and be like, see that right there? That is 1 gram of caffeine.
Yeah. I mean, if you take those caffeine pills and you smash them up and you do 1,000 milligrams, I think each one of those is like 100 milligrams. So if you do 10 of those and you smash them up, that's technically
gram. 1 gram.
Technically, not in weight,
but in
caffeine measurement.
In rocket fuel.
There's what is it? There's like talc in there and all kinds of rock dust and stuff like that. For fillers.
They're not talc in pills.
You don't fucking know that.
Yeah, I do.
There's baby powder.
You rub talc on your balls, not in your body.
You know what they fucking cut cocaine with? Baby powder and baking soda.
No, baby laxative.
Baby powder and baking soda.
Baby laxative.
They use baking soda. And like baby powder and
I was watching some biker movie and he used to
flour.
He used to cut it with baby laxative. And after everybody take a bump, they'd go take a shit and they'd be like, man, this made me take a shit. This is some good stuff. He was like, yeah, because I fucking cut it with baby laxative.
Yeah. What was it? A gangland?
Cocaine? I don't know what
Cocaine Cowboys.
I forget what it was.
What was that one I used to watch? What was it called? Narcoland or some shit like that? There's so many drug shows out there. I miss Gangland. I miss watching Gangland on cable.
You can still watch it.
You
can still watch it.
On cable.
Well, yeah.
Hulu has 1 season of the Aryan Brotherhood, and that's it. And I was like, you ain't got more than 1 season of this?
Well,
I remember every Saturday.
If you go back and look at them people now, they all died.
No, it was Friday. On Fridays when we would come home from college back in the day, we'd get home like Friday afternoon, and Gangland would come on at like 2 p.m. and it wouldn't end until 10 p.m. and we'd just sit there and watch Gangland for 8 hours.
I'm pretty sure that's when we're still on like Spike or something.
Yeah, it was on like Spike TV or some shit like that. And then we watched like 1,000 Ways to Die. We literally sit there and watch TV all fucking day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just remember watching Gangland. It was like a tradition every Friday when I come home from school, watching that for like 8 hours. It was all kinds of different shit. Biker gangs, prison gangs, not in prison gangs.
The Madams.
The Madams?
Yeah. That Madam had a house with all them hoes up in there.
Who?
A madam. You know what a madam is?
Oh, yeah. But were they like, wasn't that was like a sex trafficking one.
Some sex trafficking.
That was how I figured out like all these motorcycle gangs, like the Mongols. I never knew what the Mongols were.
Yeah, because you don't know unless you're in a fucking gang.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Dumbass.
I see people that drive. I see dead people.
I see people that drive
motorcycles that were wearing.
You don't drive a motorcycle. You ride a motorcycle,
okay.
moron.
My bad.
Get it right.
You don't ride a motorcycle.
You can't be a cool biker if you don't know the lingo.
You don't ride a motorcycle. Motorcycle rides you. But anyway, I see people with vests that have like the same vest, and I'm like, oh, I wonder if they're in a gang. They probably are because they're wearing the same thing. But I wonder if like a dangerous one, or they're just like one of those charity rides. It's just like we get together to raise money for kids. Oh, that's really nice.
They're the wild.
That's actually
they're the wild fucking hogs.
They're the
It's them and their 6 friends, and they're called the fucking. I don't know.
They're called the wild fucking hogs. It's not. It's the spoof off the wild hogs. It's the wild fucking hogs.
They're called the carrot cakes, and
The
like
carrot cakes.
they cruise around fucking southern Indiana and give money to I don't know homeless people. They feed them corn on the cob.
Everybody knows you don't give money to homeless people.
Oh,
you
shit.
give them material items.
Excuse me.
You give them material items that they can't. And this is like what Cheyenne. This is what Cheyenne does when we donate to Angel Tree Kids. We probably talked about this before, but because she was an Angel Tree kid as well, and she knew kids that would also get Angel Tree stuff.
It's just a weird name.
What, Angel Tree?
Yeah, because angels definitely don't come from trees.
Well, they would get stuff donated for Christmas or whatever because
I know what you're talking about.
Because their family didn't have money. But
Toys for tots.
When we first
a less Toys for tots.
Family
Dollar Toys for tots.
When we're donating clothes and
canned bread.
When we're donating clothes and stuff for Christmas for like Angel Tree or Salvation Army or whatever
what
it is.
What fat kid wants to wear your clothes?
No, we buy them and then we.
Oh, you buy them.
An Angel Tree has what they want for Christmas.
I was gonna say, what 11-year-old boy?
Have you never done an Angel Tree?
Wants to wear a 4XL t-shirt.
Have you never done an Angel Tree?
Have I never done an Angel Tree? No.
You need to do it.
Why?
It's because it's something nice a lonely guy that has money like you can do.
I'm sure it's fantastic.
Anyway, so it has what they want for Christmas. So like the first year we did it, we got like a 15 or 16-year-old kid, and he wanted like cologne and some jeans, and
he wanted cologne.
Yeah, so I got him a nice.
Get out here getting BJ's.
I got him a nice cologne, but anyway,
getting his dick sucked.
It's people that can't afford it. So
can't afford cologne. What'd you get him, Stetson? So he could be a real man?
No, they have those really nice
cheap Adidas shit?
No, I got him one of those nice Tommy Bahamas at TJ Maxx because they're like a third of the price and it's still good. And
so there's some 15-year-old kid out here wearing the same shit I got.
Yep, me too.
I don't know. That's aggressive.
So anyway,
it's probably that fucking cologne kid I see on TV all the goddamn time.
I seen him on TikTok.
Or not on TV, but the
kid
with the braces.
He's fucking weird. The kid that almost shoots ropes every time he smells one.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. Honestly, I think he's making fun of the other cologne guy, the real skinny one that always wears white suits.
But anyway, back to my story.
Yeah, that kid's fucking weird.
The first,
bro. So you turned him into that.
So the first,
you gave him his first bottle of $10 Tommy Bahama.
That dude buys cologne that's way out of my price range.
He's wearing suits now that don't fit him and shit.
So the first year we ever donated to the Angel Tree, Cheyenne was going through and you can tear like off Kohl's and stuff like that. They have little serrated sections where the price tag is.
Serrated? You giving these people knives?
No, it's a serrated price tag and it basically just tears it in half. That is so they can't take it back. And I was like, why are you doing that for? Or she'll like cut the price off.
Oh, I know what you mean.
She'll also cut the price off so they don't know how much it's worth. And I was like, why are you doing that for? And we get them the sizes they need. And I was like, why are you doing that for? But she said because she knew kids that were also get stuff donated to them, and their parents just used to buy fucking meth and crack and shit like that. So they would just take the clothes back. So that's why she was always taught that if you donate, make sure you tear the serrated part off and cut the price off so they can't actually return it. So if it's got that whole, for those of you who don't know, if you look at a price tag from like Kohl's or some shit like that, there's a little serrated part. If you tear that off, you can't return it. So you have to have the whole tag connected because it like rips off part of the barcode too, but you're not allowed to return it. So that's one thing I learned from a poor person growing up.
Yep.
So
cool.
But yeah, it's never good to take your kids stuff that they need for wintertime to buy meth.
But I mean, there's some pieces of shit out there. It
happens. It definitely happens. So
I mean, you bought some kid cologne and he's probably already got some chick pregnant by now. Wearing Tommy Bahama.
I got him what he wanted on his Christmas list. What he does with his pecker is none of my business.
He's probably getting it for his dad.
What he does with his pickle is none of my business. So he wanted cologne.
You didn't help.
I got him a very nice cologne, and I hope he enjoyed it.
He's out here riding his skateboard, Tommy Bahama, and all these predators out here. Man, that kid smells nice.
No, he doesn't have a skateboard. He didn't ask for that.
That doesn't mean he doesn't have one.
He's poor.
He's out here on Heelys, smelling like Tommy Bahama.
Heelys are expensive.
For free.
You remember back in the day they had those like beginner Heelys, but it was the what was it?
Wheelies.
Wasn't it?
I don't fucking know.
Remember it was the ones it was the most uncomfortable shoes on the face of the planet, and they had the little tiny 4 wheels on the bottom of them. They flip out. We had them.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and they were such garbage because we just wore
flippies.
we just wore the shoes till they wore out. But the little things were like not worth a fuck because they were like the tiniest little wheels, and you couldn't go on regular pavement. They wouldn't move because they were so tiny.
Yep.
Yeah, but Heelys, they're actually like a big fat wheel, and they're not like. I mean, I swear they were like this tall off the freaking bottom of the shoe. I wonder what those
flip down wheel shoe.
I swear they were called wheelies.
They might have been.
Yeah, this is back in the day. Those things are pieces of shit. That's some high-tech ones right there. They're on the side.
Not them.
No, definitely not them.
This was on some kind of spring-loaded contraption.
Yeah, you press a button and it fucking fly out.
I don't fucking know.
Those
them
are kinda,
shits?
Those are kind of cool. No, it's not those.
Are you sure? That looks an awful lot like them.
No, that's like a newer... That's a newer version. I'm talking... See, look. These are kind of like newer versions.
Well, they probably still fucking make them. You don't know.
Let's go. What was that? Like
I don't fucking know.
90s?
Stupid enough to buy shoes with wheels on them. And I probably had a pair of fucking rollerblades back then.
It was these.
Ugly ass looking.
Yeah, it was these fucking things because they look like weird little platform shoes. It was these fucking things right here.
Every girl proudly wore in the 90s. That's nice. 15 shoes every girl proudly wore in the 90s.
They were not that great. Like, they weren't even really that comfortable either.
Fuck no.
Yeah. Roller sneakers. Heelys. That's not it. Not Hot Wheels.
90 shoes with wheels.
90 skate shoes?
Ugh.
Oh, like skateboarding shoes. I swear they were called like wheelies.
They probably were.
Wheel shoes?
Not the wheel shoes.
They had some fucking... You know, back in the 90s, they made up some weird
Can't afford Heelys. Come get these wheel shoes. In stores, $19.99. Come pick them up now. Your kids will love them. Also, we got Hot Wheels on sale. More things with wheels. Next, we got rollerblades. Skateboard wheels, not the board. Board's not included, just the wheels. You're really fucking trying to figure this out, aren't you?
Yeah, because...
There's probably some Skechers or something. I don't fucking know.
It might have been Skechers, honestly. It might have been. I just know they were not very comfortable at all.
Well, why would they be? They got fucking wheels in the bottom of them instead of some arch support.
No, it ain't Skechers with wheels.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Is it?
I don't know. Ah, I found them.
Did you? What are they called?
Street surfers.
Street surfers?
Fuck
Are they
yeah.
the ugly ass brown and fucking khaki?
They're black. Black or blue or something. Here. It was on Etsy. They've been sold. Look!
That's a fucking scooter.
Look!
Yeah, those are it.
Street surfers.
That's a fucking scooter, though.
Sorry, this item is sold. Bummer. Let's just look up street surfers. Pretty sure that's what they were called. Street surfers. Bam.
I don't know. I just know that they were the biggest pieces of garbage.
Yeah. Yeah, that's them. Street surfers. See?
Yeah, they had the 2 little tiny wheels in them.
Yep.
Yeah, those things were garbage.
Street surfers, my boy.
They were the worst. They were all right. They were cool for the generation.
What do you mean they were all right and cool for the generation? If you couldn't fucking use them, then you got shoes with wheels on them and you can't even fucking use them.
And they were expensive.
You had a shitty mode of transportation.
And everything back then was, like, way more expensive than it is now. Like, you could get shit.
I don't know about that.
Well, for back then, spending $50 for, like, a pair of shoes that had wheels on them that were not good was a lot of money in the 90s.
Oh, yeah?
Now spending $50 per pair, these Heelys are $60. And I highly doubt that they're not, I highly doubt they're comfortable. Like, is the fucking wheel there all the time? If the wheel's there all the time...
I'm pretty sure you can interchange it, because I'm pretty sure some fat kids probably cracked it at one time or another.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if the wheel's there all the time, that would get annoying to me.
Oh, yeah, you're just walking on the wheel.
Yeah.
But then, when you get a straight, smooth surface, you fucking heel your way through that bitch.
I'd bust my ass so bad.
You get a gang of pussy riding them Heelys through the halls.
You can't...
Boy, when you have to come up with a new school rule that you can't Heely in the fucking hall because Raji over here cracked his elbow on the fucking wall.
Who's Raji?
I don't fucking know anybody.
Okay.
Does it matter?
Well, Chris.
Shy, how's your day going so far?
Great.
Great. See you in about an hour.
That's funny.
Fantastic. Ain't done nothing all day.
Yes, I have. I've done all kinds of stuff all day.
I forgot you were swinging your fucking hammer outside.
I was swinging my hammer
Excuse me.
outside.
While the neighbors, the shitty fucking neighbors and the dude stupid slug bug out here kept honking and shit. I thought they were honking at you and you couldn't hear them.
What the hell were they honking me for?
I don't fucking know, because you're shirtless, swinging a goddamn hammer hitting the tire. I wonder why. But you fit the rest of the fucking neighborhood, because they got a shitty-ass pool dug into the ground with tiki torches out back and a little red wagon with trash in it.
I mind my business. I mind my own damn business.
So do they, obviously.
No, they don't.
Yeah, it's fucking tequila paradise over here in the backyard.
I wouldn't say tequila.
Excuse me, Boone's Farm Paradise in the backyard.
Old Crow.
Old Crow, yeah. Old Crow fucking whiskey. Dirty Evan Williams. I mean, Evan Williams isn't bad.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Oh, it is bad?
Evan Williams is terrible whiskey.
You had a bottle of Evan Williams with shotgun shells in it for decor in college.
Yeah, I did. In college.
That wasn't that long ago.
That was 7 years ago I graduated. 7 years
That's
ago.
not that long ago.
That's long enough.
7 years?
That's long enough to be educated.
Is it though?
In the ways of alcohol.
I guess.
Yeah, it is. There's still people out there not educated.
And they listen to this show.
Who does?
All the uneducated people.
Don't nobody listen to this show.
Uh-huh. Some people.
If educated people listen to... Wait.
I think we're just trash talking our listeners. We didn't mean to do that.
You're trash talking to listeners.
You're all hot, very smart people. Because you chose to listen to the show.
No, you're all super smart people. This is not an educated
Just don't be
podcast.
Cody's neighbors. Or Cody.
We try to make this as educated as possible, but we don't fact check ourselves a lot.
We're talking about Heelys. Excuse me. Street surfers.
There's nothing. The original Heelys.
We're talking about wheel shoes. Yeah, the original Heelys.
Hey, we gotta fill an hour of airtime here.
Poor people wheel shoes.
We gotta fill an hour of airtime here. We can talk about whatever the fuck we want.
I can talk about my roughneck and wilderness vacation.
Yeah, that is something to talk about. Hey, news update. Ryan has something to talk about.
I always have shit to talk about.
No, you don't.
I am the comic relief on this show. Because then you get talking about fucking preservatives and fucking fruits and
what?
Artificial sweeteners, and
What
then
are
I'm
you
like,
talking
all right,
about?
let's move on.
What are you talking about?
Let's read from a non-Christian Bible.
I binged the Jeffrey Dahmer show in 3
Me
days.
too. It was great, and I hope that because there was a fucking.
You watched it all this weekend?
Yeah, sure did, buddy. All 10 episodes. It was great too because they put Ed Gein in there, and I'm hoping Netflix comes out with an Ed Gein one because that would be fucking fantastic. Give me a nipple belt.
You know what the best part about that show, and you know what the best part about after watching that show is? They can't make another season. It's the best part.
It's great.
It's the best part.
Yeah.
Did you see that on Netflix now they have Jeffrey Dahmer tapes out now?
No.
They produced Jeffrey Dahmer, like the conversation with a serial killer like Ted Bundy, John Wayne Gacy.
Mm-hmm.
So they have that out now.
I mean, they had John Wayne Gacy in there too, but I never watched the John Wayne Gacy one. Is that just like he talked a lot? So is that just his tapes, the John Wayne Gacy one on Netflix, the documentary?
Yeah, that's just his tapes.
Okay, so hopefully they come out with one for him too, because that'd be great.
John Wayne Gacy was a scary bastard. Well, that wasn't that was like his taste, but John Wayne Gacy was a scary motherfucker.
Yeah.
They all were, I guess. Well, besides Ed Gein. Ed Gein wasn't really that scary.
No.
Ed Gein literally killed like 1.5 people. 2 people. And
1.5? How do you half kill
I
somebody?
think he killed 2 people or 1 person. But either way...
He technically only killed... I think he killed 2. Because maybe his brother and the big bitch from the grocery store.
She wasn't big.
What was her name?
I don't know.
Gertha?
I don't know.
I forget.
Either way.
Mary Hogan?
Mary Hogan.
Yeah, why does that sound familiar?
Mary Hogan?
Mary
I
Hogan.
think Mary Hogan's like a thing.
Is it?
I don't know. Either way.
I know the Hogan kid is from Stand By Me.
Either way,
that fat pie eating.
Making an Ed Gein show wouldn't be fucking that good because he just...
Why wouldn't it be good?
He just robbed graves.
Yeah, he robbed graves.
He did something that Jeffrey Dahmer couldn't. Dig a hole.
He did. Jeffrey Dahmer's a bitch. He couldn't dig a hole.
Hey, he lifted weights for the 3 months after his mom left him in the house.
Spoiler alert! Weights
Spoiler alert! If you haven't watched the Jeffrey Dahmer show, we're about to throw some spoilers out there because why haven't you watched it?
No,
honestly,
I mean we don't have to talk about it.
And somebody was talking about like all the hype of the show, everybody doing these pranks and stuff.
That was me.
Like, no, I was talking to somebody else about it too, and I was like, the reason why
all these people dressing up like Jeffrey Dahmer.
I was like, the reason why
he cooked dicks and ate them.
The reason why people are doing that is because there's nothing good to watch on Netflix.
When you're a content creator, you gotta stay fluent on social media.
That's not it. It's because...
Yes, it is.
No, listen. Nobody dressed up like Ted Bundy when that show came out with fucking... what's his name?
Zach Galifianakis.
Zach Efron.
Yeah. Nobody
Nobody did that shit, and that was a really good show, too.
Was it?
Or was that a movie? No, it was a movie. Nobody did anything like that, but it's because...
Ted Bundy wasn't weird. He was normal.
Yes, he was.
He just fucking beat a bunch
Ted
of
Bundy
women.
was fucking weird.
Nah.
They're all weird. I'm ready for an Ed Kemper one. That would be some scary shit. That would be scary ass shit.
The Bumblebutter Killers.
Yep.
He was fucking weird.
Mother! But, so... I said the reason why, my theory on the reason why, is because there's nothing good to watch on Netflix, so when something genuinely good comes out, people mimic it and people talk about it. Like, Squid Game, it was a show that you could watch that was decent to watch. Was it that big of a fucking hype? No. Everybody talked about it was the best show ever fucking created. Stranger Things, people act like it's the best show ever created. No, it's not. There's way better shows and movies out there that have been created. It's just captivating for long enough for people to talk about it until it doesn't come back out again, and then people move the fuck on. When Stranger Things is over, people will have to find something else to talk about. You ever hear anybody talk about Game of Thrones anymore? No, until the fucking new season came out, a whole completely different concept, and now they're making a Jon Snow show. Now people are talking about that.
So like
nobody gave a fuck. We have the attention spans of goldfish.
So they're coming out with an interview with the vampire TV show too.
That's probably gonna suck because the movie's perfect.
It's actually not compared to the lady who wrote the book. The lady who wrote the book, they came out with, she didn't want to do it, but she ended up doing it, and then they made it, and she's like, this is garbage. I wish I had never fucking had you do this. But she's probably dead now because they're coming out with a new one. So,
I thought the movie was awesome. But here's the thing, though. When you write a book, you portray that in your own way. When you write the book. Like, do you really think they made Game of Thrones like the exact way it was supposed to be? Fuck no. There's so much in there. When I watched, what was that show? I can't remember. It was the biggest disappointment. Oh, the
Hobbit.
The Shadow and Bone show.
The fuck?
I have no fucking idea what that was. Anyway, so like the Shadow and Bone show on Netflix, I listened to all 3 of the books on... Sorry, I listened to all 5 of the books on Audible. The Crow series, the 6th of Crow series, and all 3 of the Shadow and Bone Grishaverse series. books. Listen to all those on Audible. They're great. They're awesome. When the show came out, Shadow and Bone, they're not even related to each other.
Amazon one, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so, no, it's Netflix.
Oh.
So, the Shadow and Bone show, the Six of Crows books, were like the thief. Did you watch that show? Did you watch it? Okay. Well, if you've seen the Shadow and Bone show on Netflix, if there's like characters that are thieves that have to steal this thing, basically in the books, in this 2-book series, not even included in the actual Shadow and Bone book series. But they literally included them as part of the story, and they're not even fucking related. Like, neither of these books, these 3 book series and these 2 are not even fucking related. They exist in the same world.
It's The Witcher.
Yeah, so they exist in the same world apart from each other, years between each other, but in the show, they literally crisscross their stories, and it makes no fucking sense.
That's The Witcher. If you read The Witcher books, the TV shows don't make sense.
And, like, Cheyenne thought the show was okay, but it was just, like, it left so much out. It literally jumped around like The Witcher does. But it left so much out, and I've heard from people that watch this new season of The Witcher that everything's starting to come back together again, and it's not all spotty and shit. But this show, the Shadow and Bone show, was completely disappointing. I listened to the book, so the book's going to be better anyway, but there's just so much that didn't even go into it, and you can't crisscross stories that don't even happen at the same time. They literally happen years apart from each other in the same universe. It's a completely different fucking story. Completely different. But they're like, hey, we're going to crisscross these. I was like, that makes no fucking sense. I was like, you don't even exist in this universe. I was like, I bet the author's name is Leigh Bardugo. I would be upset because you can't come.
Why does that sound like a fat nerd we went to fucking high school with?
That doesn't sound like anybody we know.
Yes, it does.
No, she's actually a really pretty lady.
Okay.
Dick. So anyway.
I'm just saying.
Why does that sound like a fat nerd we went to fucking school with?
It does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes,
it's just a name.
Her name's Lee?
Yeah, it's just a name.
Lea?
It's either Lee or Leah. I don't know, because it's spelled weird. It might be Leah. Anyway.
You don't even know.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
You're a fan and you don't even know.
I think it is Leigh Bardugo. But anyway, so, like, they don't even happen in the same fucking time. So it's super disappointing, because you could have filled those characters with so many other characters that actually fucking exist. And they don't even exist. And then they just fucking skip, hopping, and jump around. I was like, you could like drag this out for years and make people have to watch it because it's being drug out for years, like The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead was drug out for fucking years, and it told the same story every season. It was just a new bad guy. It was just the same shit.
Yep.
But, I don't know. Stuff like that disappoints me. Especially when, like, Netflix gets a hold of it and stuff like that. But there's just nothing, in my opinion, there's just nothing good to watch on TV anymore. So when something, like, decent comes out with decent actors, people have to talk about it.
Make some new shit.
Like Squid Game was like, I've heard people talk about Squid.
I think it rode on the other movies from Korea, coattails, because before that was Parasite, and then like 6 months later is this. So everybody's like, oh my god, it's another Korean fucking like thriller movie, and they were like, oh, we gotta watch it, and then they watched it, and they were just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But they had like Parasite, and there was like one more, can't remember what it was. And then after that was like Squid Game. Oh my god, it's another Korean like thriller movie. We gotta watch it.
Yeah. You want to watch a good Asian movie? Specifically, wait.
Specifically Asian.
I think they're Japanese.
Who's Japanese?
If you want to watch a really good Japanese movie that's not in English, Battle Royale.
Anything with Bruce Lee.
They're remaking. I swear I've seen somebody said they're remaking Battle Royale. Battle Royale. You don't watch it if you're a fan of horror.
If you can find it.
You can find it. You can buy it on DVD. You can find it. It's not hard to find.
It's a dirty B movie.
No, it's a fucking awesome movie, actually. And then, what's the other one? I think it is Korean. I think that one is Korean. The cops going up to the big-ass apartment building.
Oh, Raid.
Raid. Yeah. Raid and Raid 2. I think those are Korean, actually. Those are fucking good movies. Those are great. And what was the other one? Oh, the other Japanese one, the Kingdom one we talked about, the zombie one. That was fucking good. There's actually good shows out there. I liked All of Us Are Dead. However, you didn't, which is fine.
The acting was shit. Part of it was shit.
Well, part of it was shit.
It wasn't scary at all. It was shit.
I thought it was kind of scary.
No, it wasn't scary.
Some parts.
You're a bitch.
Some parts were scary.
Which parts?
Huh?
The one where the dude's beating his mom? That was fucked up, because they're like, she's a zombie, and she's trying to eat your face.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I'm gonna beat her with a fucking cricket bat, or with a stick, a mop handle.
The scary part for me was when they were outside of the building, and then they see, like, blood dripping from that zombie's face, and he's just, like, hanging out the fucking window staring at him.
No, that wasn't scary. That wasn't scary.
That was a little scary.
No.
It was a screenshot on the fucking Netflix for a hot minute.
But anyway, yeah, like they're like trying to kill his mom because she's a fucking zombie and wants to eat your face, and he's like, get off my mom, and then like starts beating the ass of the other guy, his friend. And he's like, get off my mom.
I think it's so funny. The funniest part was just like, oh, Chung Sao Chicken is like their restaurant. It's like his name.
Yeah.
His name's
and
Chung
his
Sao.
mom named the restaurant after him.
Yeah, and then she winds up turning to a zombie out of her own stupidity.
Yeah.
And then she's just like walking around
with this fucking t-shirt with his face on it.
And then which is kind of sad, because I was like, oh, I was hoping she lived, because the dad definitely, he had a dad. I don't know where his dad went.
I don't fucking know either. They didn't talk about it.
It was so funny because like she was riding that scooter and she fucking fell off of it or some shit. It was just, I don't know.
And then the one fucking, the blogger who went back into the city wearing, what the fuck was he wearing? An orange on his hat?
That was funny.
What the fuck was that?
That was hilarious.
I broke my leg. Like, jump, bitch. He was like, no, my leg. It was shitty acting. Maybe because it was like dubbed over.
It was funny.
Maybe because it was dubbed over with English, but it was fucking trash.
It was funny.
Like, part of it was gutter trash.
You know what the difference between that show and Squid Game is? They spent like $1,000 more on production. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't think Squid Game probably cost that much money to make. Like, I really don't think it did. I don't know. I could be fucking wrong. I just think Squid Game was overhyped, and I've heard so many people talk about, man, the ending was, like, disappointed me. I was like, yeah, because it's not that great of a show.
I don't know.
It's captivating because it's, like, the new hot thing, and it makes you want to fucking watch it.
I think the other part about that, All of Us Are Dead, is, like, half the show is them fucking bickering with each other about their other problems. Like, bitch, you're gonna die if you don't stop arguing about who likes who and who loves who and who wants to date who. Like, who gives a shit? Like, you're all gonna fucking die if you don't get your shit together. But, like, that didn't really matter because they're like a fucking 13, 14.
$21.4 million it cost for Squid Game.
Too much.
Yeah. And then, what's the other show? The Gray Man? This is like the most expensive movie ever produced?
I don't fucking know.
The Gray Man. The Gray Man that came out with Ryan Gosling. So Squid Game produced $900 million in revenue. The Gray Man is the new show on Netflix. It's the most expensive movie ever produced by Netflix. And it's got Ryan Gosling in it. I haven't even seen it come through my Netflix at all.
I don't know.
Unless it hasn't came out yet. There it is.
What's it about?
I don't know. That's the whole point. Like, I have no idea. Amazon only wants $7.50 for it.
That's the thing. The Gray Man is like, isn't that fucking? No, that's the spooky fucking long dude. What's that dude called? Slender Man. That guy. But they call Slender Man the Gray Man. So how can you call it the Gray Man?
Oh, this is just... Oh, that was the... when did it come out? Did it already come out? Yeah, it's Ryan Gosling, directed by Anthony Russo and Joe Russo. The Russo brothers. When a CIA's most skilled operative whose true identity is known to non-accidentally uncovers dark agency secrets, a psychopathic former colleague puts a bounty on his head. Wait, is this what's that fucking show? What is that? Is this John Wick?
Sean Connery.
This is John Wick.
Huh?
John Wick. This is literally a CIA version of John Wick. John Wick is a fucking bounty hunter.
No, it's Get Smart, but a more badass version.
No, it's literally like John Wick is a fucking bounty hunter. It's like a secret society of killers. But this is CIA version. It's like, it literally says CIA's most skilled operative whose true identity is known to none accidentally uncovers dark agency secrets. So John Wick uncovers some shit and everybody wants to kill John Wick. But John Wick belongs to the secret society, a.k.a. in this version, CIA.
John Wick doesn't uncover fucking... It's Jason Bourne! That's what it is! It's fucking Jason Bourne!
Yeah, this is the most expensive movie ever produced.
Jason Bourne, CIA agent, mind erased, has all these secrets about it. It's Total Recall, Jason Bourne put together.
We got an urgent locate and destroy.
Yeah, it came out in July.
The man's got some street cred.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be the most expensive movie ever produced, and I haven't even seen it. The Russo brothers directed the Avengers movies.
I mean, my ego's a little bruised.
It's Jason Bourne.
I have something they really want. What's your gut? It's gonna be my funeral you're going to next. Wanna make an omelet? You gotta kill some people. You must be Lloyd. Look either way. The trash stash. It leans Lloyd.
And then Chris Evans is in it. Looks like.
Woo! Captain America.
He's Captain America, motherfucker.
Got a fucking shield. Woo!
I've been fighting wars since 1964.
Well, earlier than that, ain't it?
There was this thing I seen. It was like
I dove on an unlive grenade. Woo!
It was.
I used to be scrawny.
It was Captain America versus Thor, and it was like I've been fighting battles since 1964. It's like I've been, and Thor's like I've been alive for 2,000 years.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, it was funny.
I'm a god. I ate pussy once.
I was a pussy once, and they put me in a machine.
And they put me in a machine,
and then
put me full of Bane juice, and look at me now!
And then I turned into Captain One Star.
I can boomerang a shield, bitch! What's up?
I just don't think Captain America's that great.
I got a helmet.
I still think Captain America's that great of a superhero because he's like still a human.
Well, yeah, he's a human, but he's a superhuman.
Kind of.
He's Superman without fucking flight. That's exactly what he is.
No, he's not. He's not that strong.
Do you think they'd give Superman... Yes, he is. He's strong, not Superman strong. He ain't got fucking...
Nobody's Superman strong.
And he ain't got fucking lasers.
You know who won the battle of the Avengers?
Huh?
Superman. But he doesn't exist in the...
He is in Justice League.
Because he doesn't exist in the Marvel Universe. But
That's
you know
true.
what? You know what? They would have brought Superman in. He would have fist-fucked Thanos in the ass. Then ripped his spine out.
If they... Justice League versus Marvel. I think Justice League... No. Justice League can't win.
If only you had Ben Affleck, Iron Batman, and Superman.
I mean, who's even in Justice League? Batman.
Aquaman. Superman. Spider-Man.
No, Spider-Man's Marvel.
Wonder Woman. Yeah. The Falcon guy. I don't know.
No, he's in Marvel. I mean, Hawkeye?
I have no idea.
With Jeremy Renner?
I don't pay attention to this shit, but I appreciate Jeremy Renner. Oh, Justice League. Aha. So that's Superman. Green Lantern, The Flash, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and Martian Manhunter. Who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is that guy?
Isn't that what's his name from
the guy that talks weird?
No, the dude from Knight's Tale. The one skinny guy.
That's not the same guy.
Yes, it is. That's him.
Martian Manhunter. A Knight's Tale?
Yeah.
With A Knight's Tale.
The guy.
A Knight's Tale with fucking Heath Ledger?
Yes, the fucking squire. The naked squire. He plays that guy.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know.
Fuck.
I didn't know that.
Well, fucking educate yourself. Anyway, I think
Martian Manhunter.
I think Marvel would win.
Well, no shit.
I mean, they got the Flash too, and Green Lantern.
The Flash is a pussy. He's just fast.
Yeah. You know what else he can do? Make a tornado of wind. Woo. He can crop dust you and you not even know he was there.
They do have Jason Momoa.
No, they have Aquaman, not just Jason Momoa.
And Amber Heard, she's on there too.
That bitch.
You have to include her, Mrs. Aquaman.
Aqua bitch.
Mrs. Aquaman.
Mrs. Aquaman.
Mrs. Shits in the
Sea bitch.
Mrs. Shits in the pool.
Aquaman. Could you imagine Justice League has a meeting?
You have to count Mrs. Aquaman.
Could you imagine Justice League has a meeting and like Batman shows up in the fucking Batcopter, and then Superman just like, I don't know, laser dick beams through a wall, and then the fucking Green Lantern like makes himself, I don't know, like skinny, and then squeezes through some shit. Aquaman shows up through like with a big wave, and then the next is like, wait, who else are we waiting on? It was like, oh, Mrs. Aquaman. Oh, you mean Sea Bitch? And she fucking water stripper poles in. Like, Amber Heard
She's shitting in the bed right now.
Amber Heard as Sea Bitch is just fucking the octopus lady from fucking The Little Mermaid.
She's fighting with Johnny Depp right now. She's indisposed.
She's
She's giving all her money to Johnny Depp right now.
What's the evil lady from fucking The Little Mermaid?
Medusa.
It's not Medusa. Is it Ursula?
Ursula?
Yeah, isn't it Ursula?
Hold on.
Ursula, the bottomless octopus
Sea
woman.
bitch.
Yeah, everybody's just sea bitch. The bad woman from The Little
Mermaid. Wow, you don't want to pull up, do you?
Ursula. Duh. Ursula the octopus lady.
Yeah.
Ew, that one's gross. Yeah.
She's not that bad.
What do you mean? She's not that bad.
It's like if Cruella de Vil drowned.
Pretty much.
It just lived under the sea.
They always give
Under the sea.
They always give the evil ladies white hair.
Under the sea. Yeah, I'm telling you. So, like, this is literally like Cruella de Vil drowned and just got waterlogged, and that's Ursula.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it's gonna tie together. That's how it ties together.
What's her name? Fuck, whatever her name is. The one that Donald Trump used to make fun of. I can't remember.
Who?
She's a lesbian. She was in a bunch of movies in the 90s. I can't think of her name. Not Whoopi Goldberg, but I can't think of her name. Donald Trump used to make fun of her.
Oh, she's a comedian.
No, she's not.
Yeah.
If she is, she's a terrible one.
Yes, she is. She's a comedian. She used to be.
Why can't
I
can never think of anybody's name. No, don't have to type in Whoopi Goldberg because it's not what we want.
I'll tell you right here in a second.
Oh, she wasn't in a league of it. Yes, she was in a league of their own. Yes, she was. Alfreda. Where the fuck are you?
Wait, is this the new one?
Yes.
No, that's the old one.
No, it's not. It's the new one.
Damn it.
Which I can't believe they remade that.
I forgot they remade it.
How the fuck can you remake something so great? Jimmy Dugan. Ah, Rosie O'Donnell. That's who it is.
Yeah, Rosie O'Donnell.
Rosie O'Donnell. She was half octopus. Oh, Rosie.
Is that her that plays it?
Who?
I don't know.
No.
Oh.
I don't know. Not that I know of.
Not that I know either.
They never have anybody that looks like the character play it. I mean, not like voice, anyway.
Alright, you want to take a quick break?
Yeah. Hey everyone, just wanted to take a second to let you know about our official podcast store at thecumcast.com.
Go check it out today, everybody. We've got everything you can think of, from t-shirts, hoodies, stickers, organic tote bags, and even drinkware like coffee mugs and craft beer glasses. Go check it out today at thecumcast.com. Now let's get back into the episode.
Is that your fucking toenails? You're disgusting. Under the table, Cody scratches the leg with his toenails.
Under the sea.
You're disgusting.
I got them gang toenails. Gang.
Why? Because you can stab a hoe with them?
Yeah. I'll fucking
Your stab a hoe nails?
I said that at work the other day. I was like...
Sounds like a Native American name.
We
Stab-a-hoe.
were talking about leaving work. I was like, anybody wants to mess around, I'll stab a bitch. And they go, did you say stab a bitch? And I was like, not derogatory bitch, like a lady, but... And then a guy that I work with, he goes, no, just some piece of shit that's gonna fuck with you. I was like, yeah, exactly.
You still said bitch. You must have been talking
Nobody
about
nobody.
us.
Yeah, everybody understood it. Like, you just say stab a bitch? I was like, not derogatory, like...
He means some trifling ass hoe.
Yeah, he said, you mean some piece of shit that's gonna fuck with you.
Yeah, bitch.
Yeah, bitch.
You can't say that.
Yeah. People can technically say whatever
Men
they
can't
want.
say bitch.
People can technically say whatever they want. Does that make it right? No.
I just call him fucking old bitch.
Bitch. You have freedom of speech for a reason. That's why people can say technically whatever they want.
I'm pretty sure everybody agrees with me.
However,
Amber Heard is a sea bitch.
However, it doesn't make it right. All right.
Sea bitch, say bitch, me bitch, you bitch.
Are we recording?
We've been recording.
No, okay.
Ever since you were scratching your fucking nails on the fucking leg of this table.
It's all that collagen, man.
It's all that collagen.
Yeah.
No.
Make your nails hard and long.
Pretty sure it's diabetes and you can't get down there and cut
It
them.
makes your nails hard and long. And people need to start injecting collagen
You
in
go
their
get
wiener.
that collagen.
People need to start
You know what
injecting...
you need to do? Eat them eggshells. They're good for you.
Fellas,
The best amount of calcium you can get is from the egg's shell.
Fellas, you need to start injecting collagen in your wieners and it'll stay harder and longer. It'll grow a lot
I
faster.
don't think it's good to eat eggshells. It's still got poo on it.
Not the ones you get from the store.
Who says? You ain't never had no dirty eggshell come across you?
No.
I have.
I have one I got them from a farm that still had a feather on it.
Yeah. That means you don't eat it.
Alright, so let's get into some news
Chicken's
articles.
ass.
That's where they come from.
Isn't egg salad still chicken salad? Technically. It is.
In an egg salad sandwich, technically a chicken salad sandwich.
It is.
Isn't it a ham and instead of a ham and egg sandwich, it's a ham and chicken sandwich?
Double meat.
Eggs are one of those crosses between meat and not meat. You can be vegetarian and still eat eggs because it's technically not a animal. It is an animal byproduct. It's not an animal itself. Because chickens haven't been fertilized, so they don't count as...
I don't count it as
animals.
a byproduct.
It is a byproduct.
No, because they don't have to do it.
It's not an animal itself. It's not been fertilized. If it had been fertilized, then it would consider to be an
It was
animal.
a baby.
Yeah. I had some
That's why we don't eat.
I probably said this before. I had some old man tell me that if you ever crack an egg that you get, like, probably not from the store, but like if you get from somebody and there's like a little bit of blood in the yolk, that means that it was fertilized and it started to grow a fucking baby.
Yeah.
And that's what that means. So if you ever get some from like the farmer's market or somebody that has a farm, they have chickens with a rooster, then most likely...
Why aren't we out here persecuting chickens? They aborting babies by the millions.
They're not aborting them, they just lay them. They don't... Eggs are not chicken abortions. Eggs are babies.
That one was.
Huh?
With the blood in it?
No. That was an egg that did its job, was supposed to be fertilized because that's what a rooster does. They
fucked another chicken.
They don't fuck.
Then how does an egg get fertilized,
They're like
Cody?
fish. They're like fish.
How does an egg... What? It sits on some spunk?
No, the rooster comes...
Some rooster came over here in the corner and
He
some
does.
chicken sat in it?
No, the rooster goes and comes on the eggs. Like fish. The same way. Turtles, same way.
And it seeps through it.
Yeah.
Condoms aren't safe.
Because when they come out of the chicken...
If you're telling me that a fucking eggshell can let spunk seep through it, then why are we out here wearing rubbers?
That's what they're made for.
It doesn't make sense.
That's what they're made for.
You're telling me that an M&M can let semen run through it. Because it's
not the same.
It's a candy shell just like an egg.
It doesn't have a baby in it.
Except this is made of calcium. Calcium is what your bones are made of. A thinner bone is around this fucking yolk. But my fucking M&Ms can melt on the inside.
For eggs to be
and stay
fertilized, the
contained.
rooster has to blow his rope on the fucking... He has to shoot
Blow
ropes.
his rope.
He has to shoot ropes on the
Shoot
eggs.
his rope.
On the freshly laid eggs.
On the freshly laid eggs.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
It does. That's how fucking fish are born. That's how turtles are
No,
born.
that's not how fish are born.
Turtles don't... Wait. Sea turtles don't fuck. I don't think.
I fucking
I
know.
think sea turtles, they like... Anyway, that's how fish work.
They just come. They just exist.
Roosters don't actually fuck.
This is Christianity in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Stuff just exists.
Roosters.
We were watching a national park thing earlier, and they said that the Grand Canyon's 200 million years old. It wasn't Jesus. Jesus didn't do it.
Jesus wasn't alive 200 million
That's
years
what
ago.
I mean.
Oh.
Jesus didn't do it. He couldn't exist.
Jesus was alive.
I mean, Jesus didn't do it, but God did.
Jesus was alive theoretically.
You're telling me God chilled for 200 million years and then said, I'm going to have a kid.
God, that makes me think now, why did we start time theoretically? Why did we start time at the beginning of somebody that got killed?
We
We
did.
started time over again?
I don't think we did.
That's what
Who
we
really
call it.
knows?
2022 AD.
Who really knows?
So before that, it was...
You're telling me some drunk fuck drinking 3% brandy wine didn't be like, oh, it's actually not the year 50. It's the year 62. You don't think somebody forgot?
I think whoever wrote the Bible was 100% tripping on LSD. Or like an early form of it. Licking toads.
I don't know.
Had a jar full of toads.
If you were-
He'd scare the shit out of them to secrete their venom, and then he'd lick them.
There was a religion, a cult, around a book that was written by a bunch of bros. Okay? They know women wrote the Bible. It was a bunch of dudes who hung out with another dude who said that he could jump a fence better than anybody else. And they followed him and was like, oh yeah, fucking Jesus is cool,
I
man.
can walk on water too. It's called a boat.
Yo, he bought me a salad the other day. Jesus is cool. And he said that he can fucking walk on water, and I saw it. Like, we got fucked up off wine, and I saw him walk on water, and I was like, yo, Jesus is cool, man. He's our leader. He's like the Fonz. And then he, like, bought us dinner one night, and then they were like, everybody was hating on Jesus because he could walk on water and fuck your bitch better than you could. And they wanted to kill him, so they put him on a cross made of poles, and then fucking hung him there for 3 days because I hated him that much, and then stabbed him in the ribs with a spear.
It says right here, Luke 3:23 shows us that Jesus was about 30 when he started ministry, 26 to 30 AD. And so when Jesus was born is when AD started, is what it sounds like. And was in ministry for 3 years, placing Jesus' death at 29 to 33 AD.
That's what I mean. Nobody knows. So he died between him being 29 and him being 33 because all his bros were so fucked up they couldn't remember how old Jesus was. That's what I mean. The book was written by a bunch of bros. They all hung out with each other and fucking touched each other's wieners. And then when he died, they're like, man, Jesus was cool, man. You know what we're going to do? We're going to write a book about Jesus because people need to hear about Jesus.
And it's weird, though, because BC starts out big numbers first. And it counts down to 1. And then 1 AD is after Jesus' birth.
So where did it start at? 69, and they're like, oh, wait, actually, we're going to change it. It was the year 69. Now we're going to go to 34.
And that's the thing. That's the thing.
Nobody knows.
My scientific theory is that we are 2,022 years old since we discovered
So that's what I mean.
Well, listen, since we discovered that we could track years 2,022 years ago, that's when we started tracking.
That's dumb.
That makes more sense than saying when they discovered time thousands of years ago, they're like, we're going to call it 100,000 BC. And then 100,000 days later, guess what? We got to 1 and then Jesus was born.
Yeah.
And now we start at 1 again. And then we go up. That makes no...
That's why they call Jesus a prophet. Because when you hear about prophets now...
Believe
like,
in what you want to. That makes no fucking sense.
But you know what happened, though? That's like, going back to religion, they call Jesus a prophet. When you hear about prophets, like in movies and everything else, it's like, there is a sign, an omen from something, And they're like, the child that is born in these certain circumstances is going to be a prophet. And he's going to save the world. Jesus was a prophet because everybody else was fucking insane. And they're going to be like, on 1 AD, a child will be born. New Year's, like the new year to 1 AD, a child will be born in a manger from some lady who claims that she's still a virgin in the town of Bethlehem. And somebody was like that. And there was a bitch who was like, yo, I'm actually still a virgin. I don't know how this baby got here. He must be a sign from God. So I think people still believed in God. But it must be a sign from God. And this, we will call him Jesus. And Jesus is a prophet of God. And they let this kid grow up like David Ito from fucking whatever it was. With the big G. The big G, the cult. Remember David Ito?
No.
I forget. He was...
The big G.
It was a cult. They all killed each other. Or they all died.
Oh, the Comet.
Huh?
The Comet one?
I don't remember. Anyway.
Jim Jones?
No.
The Comet one.
No, Heaven's Gate.
Heaven's Gate. It's a Comet one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, anyway, Heaven's Gate. Yeah, they all fucking killed themselves, and David Ito escaped, and that's what he was. From the time he was born, was a prophet, and then, like, they got him ready for all this shit, and then the cult killed themselves, and he was just like, peace, I'm out, and fucking left. And that's what happened. Somebody was like, a kid will be born in a manger to a poor family by a lady who says it's a sign from God and she's actually still a virgin. And that's how Jesus came to existence. He was a man that everybody got shanghaied in to believing was the son of God, even though his mom was just a hoe. So, And now she's immortalized on statues. Like, people put Virgin Mary in their bread. In their toast! People put Virgin Mary in their toast. Doesn't make sense. I mean, you can also get one with R2-D2.
So for example, okay, the pyramids historically date back to the 26th...
Why them got legs?
Listen.
Did they get up and walk it?
That's just an illustration.
Land there?
That's just an illustration. They probably did. But, so like, just for an example... The pyramids historically date back to the 26th century BC. Okay? 26th century BC. Like 2,600 years before Christ.
Okay.
So you're telling me that if I told you that right now, in this time, it is 100 BC. But in 100 years, a kid is going to be born, and then we're going to start a new era of 1 and start going back up. But until then, we're going to count down. How in the fuck do you end at 1 and then start at 1? How do you know in 26th century BC, when the pyramids were built, because Jesus was born in Egypt, or he was born in the Middle East, how do they know that in 2,600 years or whatever, that there's going to be a baby born at year 1?
It was prophesized.
Fuck that.
That's what I mean.
Fuck that.
They're going to be like, what's your New Year's resolution? There is going to be a child born in a manger from a hoe who says she's a virgin.
That is literally saying that if I have a sign in a bar that says free beer tomorrow, and you come back in tomorrow and the sign's still there and you just keep coming back, that it makes no
Cody, it's just
sense.
It's like a fortune teller. That's all it is.
Believe what you want.
If some crazy bitch out in the fucking streets over here was like, tomorrow you're going to stub your toe on a box of nails, and I was like, okay, what the fuck ever, bro. And then I stubbed my toe on a box of nails. Don't you think I'd have some inkling of some shit that she was telling the truth?
I don't know. Believe what you want. Like, religion is whatever.
That's what I mean. Pharaohs were...
That's what the best part about religion and non-religion is. You can believe whatever the fuck you want. However, if I told you that 100 years from now, time is going to start over because a baby's born... So right now, to this day, we're going to start at 100, and we're going to count down to 1, and then once the baby's born, we're going to start back over at 1 on the same exact day.
It's fake.
Yeah. How in the fuck does that make sense? Our entire year calculation is built off of a baby being born.
Cody, the whole religion, the whole Christianity religion is fake. You're just
Well, but think about it this way. Everywhere around the world, it's 2022.
yeah, man.
And it's because
Where do you think we got it?
It's because we started tracking time 2022 years ago.
Yeah, in England.
Why do you? And it was the Mayan calendar. The Mayan calendar was like what started, and that's what they were fucking going off over. Whatever.
Yeah,
like
the whole
2012
civilization
thing.
ended after 2012.
Yeah. So it's like no, they just couldn't count that high. But it was like
No, they could count that high. They just their whole civilization got fucking mixed
and fucking,
before they could get to 2013.
Julio didn't have a chance to start at 2013.
Yeah.
The next day. Because Ponce de Leon murdered everybody.
Yeah.
The conquistadors just murked everybody. So it's like...
I'm pretty sure it was smallpox.
What? I've said this like 100 times on here. If you're religious, that's fine. If you listen to this podcast and you're still religious, you know... God sees you. However...
God sees you.
However...
He sees you masturbate.
It just doesn't make sense.
Fuck no.
And that's the thing about faith. It doesn't have to make sense for you to believe it. Like, that's the entire thing about, like, religion and believing what you want and having faith in something.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to make sense because you believe in it.
Right.
You are faithful to it.
Doesn't make it right either.
No, it doesn't. But
Jeffrey Dahmer believed he could drill people's heads and make zombies. Look at him now.
But that's the whole plot. That's the whole plot, and that's what's supposed to happen.
So we're just that's the thing. We're just supposed to let people chill and like, you know, that's what they like or whatever, even though they're fucking pieces of shit.
And see, the one thing is, and see, that's the thing. The one thing is, everybody's supposed to be able to believe whatever the fuck they want. Nobody's supposed to believe one specific thing. However, you can't hate other people for not believing in your shit because that's not the way it's supposed to work. The way it's supposed to work is everybody believes in their own fucking shit and everybody leaves everybody alone. However, also, to devil's advocate to that same exact thing, everybody's just supposed to do whatever they want, leave each other alone and not accuse or fucking pillage or kill anybody because of that. But on the fucking backside of that coin, it's supposed to also work like that. People are supposed to fucking hate each other. And people are supposed to fucking kill each other. It's happened since the beginning of time. And it's going to keep happening. Like, we live in a society where people are never, ever going to agree. So when everybody freaks out about one specific thing, everybody's like, nobody thinks that this is the way it's supposed to work. You can't have 7 billion people and not everybody get along. That's not how it works. That's not the way it's supposed to work. So everybody, like, something happens, everybody freaks out.
I work with 35 and I don't get along with all of them.
Right, and see, that's the thing. That's the thing. It's like, everybody freaks out that everybody believes in this one thing and, oh, you're stupid for believing in this. You believe in this and they probably think you're fucking stupid. So, believe in the fucking flying spaghetti monster or fucking... You can believe that time started when Jesus was born, even though for some reason they started at 0 again magically. So, you know, like millions of years or thousands of years ago
the Bible said that God created Earth and he created everything ago. And that's what I don't get is because judging by rocks, they can carbon date them to 200 million years. So God chilled for however long.
Millions of years.
Let's say just 150 million years. So he chilled. No, it was 200 billion years old. So you're telling me, no, the Earth isn't that old. 200 million years. But anyway, God chilled for 150.
Dinosaurs are up to 65 million years old.
Yeah, so God chilled for like 180 million years and then was like, I'm gonna have a baby. And put one in a virgin.
Yeah.
So that means chicken. The Virgin Mary was a chicken.
The age of Earth is estimated to be 4.54 plus or minus 0.5 billion years. We could be off by 0.5 billion years?
Yeah.
We could be off by 250,000 years?
We just figured out what a billion was.
So, let's just say we're going the low end, 4.5 billion years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Dinosaurs existed 65 million years ago. That's a huge fucking gap.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's like 3 billion and some change.
That's the mean. We had to crawl out from little lizards.
And that's why I don't find it hard to believe we are just another fucking version of whatever happened billions of years ago.
Nah, we're an evolution.
Well, yeah, it took millions of years to develop our fucking stupid asses. However, with 4.5 billion to work with, it could be 5 billion.
I don't know.
We could have done this already.
For me, it's just
before.
hard to believe that
We could have already had this before.
For me, it's just hard to believe that some alien, let's say God's an alien, some alien created a Cody and stuck him in the middle of...
Actually, my mom and dad did.
And stuck him in the middle of a forest, and then another one created a Cheyenne, and then they were naked, so they gave him little oak leaves, and then fucking
and
was
then
just like,
and then they
you
said,
two must
they
fuck.
shall be distant cousins.
Right, they shall be distant cousins, and now you two have to fuck and create people. It just doesn't make sense to me. How'd you get here? Because that's what I mean. Because if, like, Virgin Mary was, if she was actually a virgin and just had this baby on her own, which she was a liar, because that doesn't happen.
I honestly feel like if God was
technically, like, aren't chickens virgins?
I feel like if God was a real thing, a real entity, a real something, then, like, this one dude that wants you to believe this one specific thing, we'd all believe it.
Yeah.
However, he made us free thinkers. I'm like, no, that was Cody a couple million years ago. It's just like, I don't like this. It doesn't make sense, and maybe it's not supposed to, but people believe it, and they rape and pillage others and murder them just for that, which is stupid. But that's the way it's supposed to work. We're not supposed to get along.
I just think it's weird that a bunch of animals that I didn't realize are technically never have sex.
What?
Chickens don't have sex.
I just said that, yeah.
That's what I mean. Fish don't have sex.
No, they don't.
Lizards, no sex.
It's a lot easier to. Well, that's see.
Dinosaurs. No
you know why? You know the reason why fish
Dinosaurs
don't.
lay
You know the
eggs.
reason why fish don't fuck?
Because they don't have penises.
Because if you flip a fish upside down, they'll drown.
Because it was too hard for God to make dicks for fish.
They have dicks.
Fish have dicks.
Yeah.
No, it's just a hole in their bodies
It's like cloaca
that they squirt cum out of.
But that's what I mean, though. That's what I mean. Like, if you flip a fish upside down, it'll drown.
No, it won't.
Yes, it will.
Impossible.
Yes, it will. Yeah, I swear. So, how can you fuck upside down? That's the only way you'll be able to fuck if you're a
Who's
fish.
fucking upside down? God was creative and smart. He'd put a hole in their back.
He did that to whales.
He did. But that is a breathing apparatus, sir, not a dick apparatus. No dick insert here.
Whales actually do fuck, though.
Well, yeah.
Whales got a huge dick.
Yeah, they're mammals. You can't be a huge whale and then have a tiny cock. Doesn't make sense. Get a rash. Rubbing.
Biggest dick in the world. They will float uncontrollably to the top of the aquarium during turned upside down, while still being alive. In some cases, the fish will lay upside down or sideways on the bottom, unable to swim upwards. Affected fish will face difficulties when trying to maintain their floating balance, as the swim bladder is located in the lower half of the body.
So it keeps them floating, and if they flip up, then they're fucked.
Yeah, basically.
They're like a can of beer. The air bubble goes to the top.
It sounds like it's a disease. Like, it's not a good thing.
Well, no, why would it be a good thing? Fish that float die.
While maintaining their daily routine. So they can have a daily routine. That is due to buoyancy issues. So it's not good. That's why they don't fuck.
Their equilibrium's all jacked.
If you ask me, it's a lot safer. Nobody ever gets an STD if you don't fuck. You ever heard of fish AIDS? Nope. You know why? Because they don't fuck.
Why would you? We don't care about fish.
I should probably look up, do roosters fertilize eggs?
Why wouldn't they? Who the fuck else is going to
I
fertilize
just
them?
want to make sure I'm not lying.
Jimmy in the
Yeah,
backyard?
so a rooster fertilizes an egg by mating with a hen and placing his sperm into... Oh, wait, no.
Told you!
They do fuck.
They do fuck, you loser!
That's why you keep the rooster away from the hen so they don't fuck.
Duh. It just says yes.
Yeah. But if you ever see blood in an
You're
egg
a
yolk-
liar!
If you ever
My
see,
whole perception!
if you ever see blood in an egg yolk, it means that somebody lost control of their rooster for a half an hour. And he fertilized a couple of eggs.
See, this whole 20 minutes has been a lie.
It sounded pretty good.
An entire lie.
He puts it
So
in her,
dinosaurs did fuck.
he puts it in her cloaca.
So lizards do have sex.
I don't think lizards have sex.
Turtles have sex.
Some of them do. All of them do?
The only thing that it sounds like the only one that's fish. Fish and frogs.
Have feathers.
No, frogs have sex. Everybody has sex. Dinosaurs had sex.
Dinosaurs had sex.
They sure did. Did dinosaurs have sex? Yes.
I mean, yeah.
It just says yes.
Welcome to thunder.
Be like, do I have sex?
Welcome to the.
Type that in.
What?
Type that in. Do I have sex?
No.
Do it.
I don't have the thing turned on anymore.
So just type in.
Do we type in bat butt?
No, just type in. Do I have sex?
Do I have sex? What are the effects of not having sex for a long time? We should probably.
I was
this.
looking for a straight answer. Yes or no?
We should probably read this for you. We should see what kind of diseases you're gonna have for not having sex for a long time.
Heart disease, probably.
Depression. That's how I sleep normally.
Depression isn't a disease. It's a condition.
It's a frowny. Why is there a frowny face on the Notebook? They were in love.
Bad movie.
And never mind. It keeps going. Yeah, nothing on here. Block them. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
You weren't gonna get a solid answer because nobody knows you like you do.
That's bullshit.
What
the fuck are you doing?
There's a demon reaching under the door.
I don't know what he's doing.
Nobody knows what that fucking cat does on a daily basis.
Alright. You ready to end it?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and close it out. We can give you one news article if you want.
Nah.
No. We're just gonna keep you guessing on what we were actually gonna talk about.
I saw a dog shitting.
I see him shit every day, actually.
Oh, that's nice. Alright, everybody. That is the episode. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for downloading. Of course, we couldn't do this absolutely fucking ridiculous, obviously Christian show now without you. We love you so much. If you want to support us, go rate and review us on whatever platform you listen to. If you want to support us even further, go buy some shit from the merch store. We really appreciate it. Thecumcast.com. If you want to support us even further, go to the Patreon. Patreon.com/thecumcast. We got one episode up there right now. Gonna do another one for this month. And that'll make it two. Just $5 a month gets you one extra episode a month. And it really helps us out. And we really appreciate it. All the profits are gonna go to making this show better for you. Alright, let's get out of here.
Alright, everybody. I have a new book of the month for October.
Yay!
This is by the same author, Madeline Miller, as the last book of the month for September.
Sea Bitch by Madeline Miller.
So if you read Song of Achilles last month's book, this book is called Circe. Another book by the same author. This is a bold and subversive retelling of the goddess's story. This is a #1 New York Times bestseller. It is both epic and intimate in its scope, recasting the most famous female figure from the Odyssey as a hero in her own right. So this is just a fictional story about Circe's life, how she was born, how she grew up, how she wound up spending the rest of her life. It was actually very captivating. Like I said, if you read the Song of Achilles, it's just a telling of his life in the author's eyes. This is kind of the same way, but they are both really good books. I definitely don't regret buying these on Audible to listen to. So highly recommend this one, and go check it out. And we will see you all next week. Thank you all for tuning in. I know we've spent just 1 week away. We had our birthdays. We wanted some time away to ourselves to celebrate our 30th birthdays. Ryan just got back from his birthday trip he took for himself. So we just want some time away from us to focus on ourselves and, meeting the
reward of being 30.
Meeting the ripe old age of 30.
Yeah.
Right now, we are currently aging like fine wine. So don't forget to follow us on the Comcast Facebook page, where we post clips of all the new episodes and links to all the new books and brews that we review on the show.
Yeah, you need to start doing that, sir. It's been like 3 months since you've been on there.
I'm getting really bad at it.
You can't say it and then not do it.
Yeah, I'm getting really bad at it.
Piece of shit.
I'm going to do it right now. Probably not. But, so you can also follow me on Untappd.com, and that is at CraftGuru58 to see all the beers I am drinking currently and the ones that I review on this show. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. We hope you enjoyed it. We will see you all next week. Love the fuck out of you guys. And remember, when life gets hard, life gets you down, and somebody throws a book at you and says, believe. And you say, I'm going to believe whatever I want. And
Chickens don't have sex, bitch.
And then they say, I fucked your mom. And you say, no, I fucked your mom.
Yeah.
So fuck you.
And then you say, isn't egg salad technically chicken salad?
Yeah. And then
They'd
you
be
just,
like, what?
and then you go, when did BC end and AD begin? And then their brain explodes in their head. And then they just fall over, completely just paralyzed to the fact that you won that conversation. And you milked that motherfucking pig, baby.
Peace.
We out.